Hello, welcome back to another Strong Collectors Live. I've got a wall of that squeaky car is going by. Well, that's it. Got a wall of comics here. Got comics back there. Gonna hopefully try to get through like 2 boxes would be nice today. I'm gonna be sorting them out because about a week from today, I don't know if it'll be Monday or Tuesday, right after Christmas, we're going to be doing a sale. My uncle is trying to sell all of his comics. We're going to be doing it fairly cheap. I got to go through each of the books, make sure we don't have any like key issues in there that we're going to give away super cheap. But the idea is hopefully do a live sale on either Monday or Tuesday. Each box is going to start at about $25, and then shipping, depends on where you're at. I tried to look it up. It's about $30 to $40. So hopefully you're still getting a full 100 to 150 comics per box for pretty cheap. But again, like if it's, I know we've got like a full Spawn box I'm going to look at for T3 Collects, wants to know what's in there. But if there's key issues, which I don't think there's anything crazy, it's not like we've got like first appearance of Superman or anything like that. Mostly from the 90s up to like now. He's going to be keeping a few things, but this is a fraction of his full comic book collection. He's got a bunch more in storage. So if this all goes well, we might make this a monthly thing where each month we try to sell off a few boxes of his. And then he can, slowly over time lessen how much he's got. Because, yeah, he's got a full storage unit full of comics. Little backstory on him. He's pretty much the reason why I collect today. He was kind of my first example of an adult that still was into superheroes, Marvel, DC, all that kind of stuff, comic books. So like obviously my parents, they, had me watching cartoons and helping me get the action figures and stuff as a kid. But whenever I go to my grandma's house, my uncle had all of his old He-Man toys, which some of those are actually back here behind me that I would play with as a kid, Thundercats, stuff like that. But then, yeah, he always had comic books. I would always ask him questions about superheroes growing up. He just recently had, I can't remember the full name of what it was, but some sort of liver disease where pretty much his liver failed on him. He had to get a new liver. He got a new liver. Then that liver, I can't remember if it clotted, like if there was a clot or it just rejected, it didn't take. So then back to the hospital, got a new liver, which that was a super hard time for him. He didn't know that he got a new liver, and he was kind of like over it. He was like, let's not do any more of this. I can't wait for another liver. But he was so out of it that he didn't know he already gotten a second liver. So with all that, new lease on life, he wants to do more traveling and comic books. He's had his fun with the comics. He wants those to go on to someone else who can enjoy them, and just offloading them all at a comic book store, he's not going to get as much for it. But also I thought I could use Strong Collectors here to make sure that we're sending these to people that are actually going to appreciate what they're getting, whether that's you're wanting to read these comics that you get, or if you're going to pass them on to somebody else so that they can enjoy them. Goal here, lessen his load and send the comic books out in the world so that they can be enjoyed by more people. So with that, there's no way we're going to be able to organize everything today. He's flying into the airport right now, or not right now, but like he'll be getting in around 6. So in like 2 hours, I think like 6:30. So a little over 2 hours, but the stream will probably just go until the battery on the laptop runs out because I can't reach the plug-in right now, but we've got a full battery. This will take a while. And also it's just going to be me sorting comics. If you guys have questions about anything, if you want to know if certain things are for sale, you can let me know. I'm not going to do any sales today just because he's not here. I don't want to accidentally sell something that he was wanting to keep. But if you can always message me on Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that. Get the conversation started, and then when he gets back, I can ask him, for sure you wanting this gone, and then we can move forward with that. But again, like I said, I want to try to start with everything, like a full box of comics, $25, maybe like kind of have the bidding start there, and we can go up, and then like some of them will just be like buy now for 50, and then we'll ship those out. Probably UPS, I think, was the cheapest way I saw. It was around like, again, $30 to $40, depending on where you're at in the country. If you're like, we're in California right now, so if you're like way on the East Coast, maybe it'd be a little bit more. I can always check that stuff before you buy too. But anyway, I'm going to go through. I've got some Marvel boxes back here. We've done several weeks of sorting things out. So I'm going to mainly try to get through the Marvel boxes, because I know we have some Marvel boxes there that they go with, because he's kind of sorted them mostly with like the months that they come out. Like he'd read them and put them in the box. So kind of taking it out, trying to get like all of Daredevil's together, all of Spider-Man's together, stuff like that, so that when you buy a box, you're going to be buying a box of Daredevil. May not be quite solid boxes like that. You might get things that are at least in the same vein. So you get like Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. Or if you get Spider-Man, you're going to get like Amazing Spider-Man, Uncanny Spider-Man, stuff like that, whatever those titles are around that same time. Same with DC. I know we've got a solid box of Detective Comics, but then otherwise it's kind of like Teen Titans is in with Young Justice and Titans. There's some other like offshoots of Batman, but we can go through all that stuff like during the actual sale of what you're going to get in each box. But I'm going to start just pulling out boxes, putting them down. I'll probably move the camera over here so you can kind of see the boxes that or the comics that I'm actually sorting. See if that actually gives you a good view of what's going on. So that's kind of my workspace. If I need to spill over onto the floor, we'll do what we have to. Probably move this up out of the way. Actually, if I do that, well, I won't be able to see your comments as easily, but I'll be able to plug in the laptop when I need to, maybe. So let's start with a Marvel box. He's also got some He-Man stuff that's like up for sale right now. If you're wanting any of the kind of Masterverse, let me see what we've got here. So like this style of He-Man figures, I've got those prices. So if you wanted those, I could look them up. Okay, got Winter Soldier. Okay, this box is mostly sorted, so I need to grab one of the Marvel boxes from over here that's less sorted. So like this box, you probably can't see me, but there's a solid box of Deadpool, stuff to read. Is that Marvel's? Hopefully it's not over there that's buried. Image, DC, Universe, Night Mask, Image, okay. Well, okay, before I get carried away with Marvel stuff, let me grab out the Spawn box, because I know T3 was asking about that, which is there. So yeah, we've got 4 boxes high and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So you got 20 boxes, another stack of those behind it. So that's 40 boxes there. Another 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Another 3, 6, 9 there. These 3. So you can do that math and tell me how many we've got, but it's a significant amount of books. Some of them are bagged and boarded. Some of them are just in the box raw. Oh, hey, look at that. There's a bunch of bags. If you want your stuff bagged and boarded when you buy it, I'm guessing we'd probably have to like adjust some things because it's not all going to fit in if it's all in there raw. Okay. So that's just bags. Set those back out of the way. Like I said, I can look through stuff if you've got questions about things. So yeah, this is your Spawn box. You got Spawn number 1 in there. And this says Spawn 1 to 125, various limited series. So I wonder if this has like Violator and Angela, stuff like that. Maybe Hellspawn. Let's see. Go towards the back. All right. It's the epilogue to issue 100. Spawn 103. Keep going back. Still Spawn. All right, so there we go. This is Spawn the Temple, number 1. Spawn, Medieval Spawn, and Witchblade. So we've got that in there too. So I'm going to try to just figure out what all's in here. And I might even take some of these out to have like a mini-series Spawn books. Yep, so there's Violator mini-series. So that's issue 3 to 1. So yeah, complete Violator series. Spawn Blood Feud. Got 3 issues of that. Angela. So you've got Angela in there too. And this is kind of like, I would say 50-50 bagged. A little less, like some of them are boarded like this. Got Spawn. I think this is 122. Yeah, 122. So like when I actually go to sell this, I might try to grab the other Spawn box and see what's in that. So we can do like Spawn maybe 1 through 150, which now that I say that, oh boy, where in this giant stack is the other Spawn box? Got Detective Comics. What is this? Marvel, Teen Titans, Punisher. Wonder if I should just sort this Marvel boxes and DC boxes. That might be easier too. Okay. Bagged DC, new 52. Move that over here, maybe. All right, I think we're going to need to do a reorganization, but we'll do that hopefully before. Aha! Spawn. All right, so there's our 2 Spawn boxes. Hopefully this table is able to support 3 boxes. I might take one of these off of here. It probably can, but I don't want him coming back to a snapped in half table. All right, so starting with Spawn 306. That doesn't go in there. Doctor Strange. Okay, so this is why we organize, because this box is already starting off a bit out. So we've got some Inhumans in here. We've got Nova, Guardians of the Galaxy, Shield, Deathlock. Is there any Spawn in this box? Superpowers, Squadron Supreme. Did I read this right? Yeah, that says Spawn. Mystery Men, there's the Spawn box, or Spawn books. Okay. Starting with 126, and this one ends with 125. Okay, so this stuff could all definitely fit in here. Oh, we've even got some Sam and Twitch, which they're my favorite part of the Spawn universe. So I could put that with the Spawn miniseries. So we go up to 204. Okay, so I'll probably pull those out. Grab a chunk here. That way I can know for sure whether we're missing any books or if it's a solid full run, which I would imagine it'd be a full run. Slide that over. Okay. Bring that back over here. Okay. So 26, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 35, 36. 46, so solid so far. Okay, so it looks like we're maybe missing 49. Yeah. I'll write that down. Pen. I have a note card. Spawn. Missing 49, 47, 48, 50, 51, 4. I don't know who a lot of these characters are on here, but they look pretty cool. 55. A bunch of snakes coming out of that guy. 56. 57. $65. Got the Mandarin spawn. Also, if you guys know of anything that's like super valuable or rare, or it doesn't have to be super valuable or rare, but like if it's more than your standard book, let me know so I can make sure that my uncle gets the full value out of his collection. Again, I guess we're not going for like full value, but just if something's worth $50 by itself, I don't want to sell a whole box of comics with it for $50. 66. Got double 166. 2 different covers though. 67. 74. Is that first Gunslinger spawn? I feel like that's worth looking up. What do we got? I had to sell most of the comics when the comic book store went over in 2010. It's always unfortunate, but it's, I don't know, it seems more common than I would like to know. 175, 176, 77, 78. I do worry that this live stream is just going to be you all listening to me go 174, 175, 176, 177. So try not to do that too much. What was that? 81. I don't know what, I don't know if you guys, whoa, there goes the camera. Welcome back. Angle you back. Okay. All right. I feel like that's quite a bit of unnecessary detail there, but I guess it worked for Todd. 82, 83. 86. That's the cover of one of the compendiums. I think, do I have that compendium? Yeah, I probably do. I think I've got the first 4 compendiums. 87. $98, $99, Spawn 200. Is that reversed for you guys, or do you guys see it normal? Because it looks reversed on my screen. Okay, so there's up to 200. 201, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 204 is where Spawn stops. So we've got 1 to 204. So I'm going to take out the mini series from here. Put this over here. And then we can fit this over here, hopefully. I think there's other spawns too that go into the higher numbers. but I'm not going to necessarily dig for that box. Okay, we're going to get these all to fit. I think so. Booyah. All right, so let me go through the rest of the spawn box to see if anything else was missing from in here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 49, 50. So the first 50 issues are there. Just take this out, probably be easier to sort this way. 55, 56. Okay, so up to 84. Okay, so we're missing 85. Just get put in the wrong spot. So we're missing 85. What was that? Probably 149. All right, so 86. $95. That's another cover of a compendium there. $99. Okay, so we're only missing one out of that run. And then this is going to be 100. Yep, right. No, that's 101. No, yeah. Okay, so we're also missing issue 100. Unless, what is this? 102, 103. Number 4. Seven. 8. Also missing 109. 10. 12. Okay. 15, 16, 17. 1. 115 to 118. 20, missing 23. 123 is gone. Okay. This is one of these. 24 is also not here. Okay. Okay, so that's those. Okay, spawn is sorted. So what did that? I went to 204 is where we went to. Yep. All right, so I've got that wrote down. Take a look through these to see if any of those missing issues were in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. We got the action figures on the back side there. Kind of fun. All right, so like I said, this probably isn't going to be the most entertaining of all of the live streams we've ever done, but I figured maybe we will stumble across some fun things. Blood feud, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that there. Violator, 1, 2, 3. I kind of want to read the new Violator series, but probably wait till that's out in a volume, which it might already be. Medieval Spawn and Witchblade, 1, 2, 3. I feel like I might have this one from Humble Bundle. What was this one? I can go back there now. Spawn the Temple. 1, 2. What does this look like? Oh, pretty crazy looking Spawn. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Spawn Bible. What does that mean? Just kind of like a encyclopedia. Angela, Tony Twist, Overt Kill, Medieval Spawn, Redeemer. Kind of fun. The Curse of Spawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That looks nothing like the other covers. 13, 14, 15. $29. Is that how many? If you know, how many Curse of Spawns are there supposed to be? Because I got 29 here. Okay, then Spawn Dark Ages. 1, just 1? Okay. One of those. Is that the end? Nope, there's supposed to be an issue 2. Okay, well, maybe we'll see that. I'll leave it out. Godslayer, issue 2. Is this Godslayer? No, that's Dark Ages. So 2, 3, 4. So missing Dark Ages 2 plus, and then Godslayer 1. Spawn 3D. Get your 3D glasses. They don't make comics like that now. Twitch, same on Twitch. this the one that I've read? Yes, I have. That's good. I like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Salmon Twitch. Is that all? Okay. 6 plus. So Twitch 6 plus. Spawn and Wildcats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spawn, Blood and Shadows. This seems like just a volume. So like at the end. Not really, but creepy art. Spawn Batman and Spawn Batman. Okay, so I'll find another box for these to go into. Put Spawn Dark Ages back there. So that'll be a separate box. I've also got another box of stuff over on the other side that maybe we'll include that with. But this stuff, I think, all needs, well, Inhumans, Nova, Guardians, Rocket, Groot, Shield. Now, this seems already mostly sorted. Deathlock. But there is one Spawn 306 in there, so I'll see if we've come across another Spawn book like that. Mystery Men. Got 1 through 5 there. Don't know what that is. Sigil. Okay, so we've got some Doctor Strange in here, which we'll probably, I think we've got Doctor Strange in this box too. So I'm just going to set this off to the side for now, because we'll probably be coming back to it. Okay, what's in this box? Marvel crossovers. So we've got Dark Reign, Axis, Fear Itself, stuff like that. Okay. What do I have here? Captain Marvel, Iron Fist. I think there's some Doctor Strange back in here too. So which are those? Doctor Strange, yep. Number 7. So which Doctor Stranges did we have in this box? Because that looks like a number 1. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's number 5, 7. Okay, so it's a different run. Another Doctor Strange, number 1. It's kind of an annoying part of Marvel and DC. There's a billion ones. Another number 1 Doctor Strange. Jeez Louise. Another Doctor Strange number. There's 3 Doctor Strange number 1s in this stack alone. That's crazy. All right, Daredevil. Luke Cage. Okay. So those don't really go in that box. So I'm just going to leave those separated here. Come back to it. Okay. Deadpool, Spider-Man, miscellaneous Marvel. I think this might be what we're looking for. That's a pretty heavy box. Okay. Deadpool. Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool Team Up. Spectacular Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Punk. Miles Morales. Spider-Woman. Spider-Gwen. Jackpot. Daredevil. Captain America. Sam Wilson. Giant-sized Thor, Immortal Thor. All right, those are definitely in this box. Bring it back. Okay, so let's take Immortal Thor out. Put those over here. So where do we start? Here? Nope. 4 more. Here. Okay. We're going to go to here. It's Invincible Iron Man, which is also in that box. I might as well take that out too. All right. Immortal Thor and Invincible Iron Man. I have not read Immortal Thor yet, but it looks good. We've got 1 giant size Thor, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17. Invincible Iron Man's there. What Immortal Thors do we have in here? She-Hulk, Doctor Strange, Strike Force, Punisher, Sentry, Jane Foster Thor, Invincible Iron Man 18, and there's 19 and 20. Perfect. Keep that going. Now where's my Immortal Thors? Iron Man Rescue, Wolverine, Moon Knight, Shang-Chi, Captain Marvel. Must have been back here. Blade, Conan. Huh. Could have swore there was Immortal Iron Man in here, or Immortal Thor in here. Apparently, I've never been on live television before. Okay, well, let's see what else is in here that we can move over. Okay, is this... Looks like Captain Marvel and Ms. Marvel stuff. That's definitely over there. Captain Marvel, Photon. What is this one? Photon, Photon, Photon. Photon number 1. Okay, so these are coming over. Do I have any photons? Definitely have Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel 20. Photon 9, 10. That's She-Hulk. And then Ms. Marvel. All right. So these are going Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel. Do I have a photon in here? Oh, wait. I think these Captain Marvels go back here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 9 and 10. Now we're looking for Ms. Marvel. Against Veil. Okay, maybe Ms. Marvel is not in here. She's definitely in the back. Yeah, I'll put that back here because that's Ms. Marvel Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel Venom, Ms. Marvel Wolverine. It's an annual, so it's going to go with those special Ms. Marvels. Sensational She-Hulk. Pretty fun. We've got 8 and 9. Where are those? Right there. 7, 8, 9. What else? American Knights. Ultraman Avengers, is that in here? I thought there was maybe one of those. Is it the last book? That's New Mutants. Avengers Moon Girl. What's that? There's Marvel Wolverine. Ultraman. Okay, what was this? Ultraman Avengers. No Ultraman Avengers, but I feel like those should just go together. Oh, oops, that's Ultimate. Or Ultraman Avengers 2. Okay, next. Get Fury. Don't have any of those over there. Thunderbolts. Captain America I do have over here, though. Not many, though, so I'll probably bring those the other direction. Those on the front. Winter Soldier. Cap Werewolf. Iron Man. Thor. Sentry. Punisher. Hellcat. She-Hulk. Moon Knight. Shang-Chi. Iron Fist. Venezuela. Okay. No Captain America except for Werewolf Captain America. Got some Daredevil. Quite a bit of Daredevil. Jackpot and Black Cat. Gwen Stacy Ghost Spider. How do I always get myself into this mess of sorting comic books? 20,000. I'm just trying to help my uncle make a little bit more money than he would if he just dropped them all off at a comic book store. That's about it for there. Deadpool would be good to see if it fits into the other Deadpool box. Put the Immortal Thors back in here. Oh wait, I got a Blade over here for sure. Blade. What was this Blade? So I'll go there. Okay, Immortal Thor can go before Captain America. Photons coming over into Captain Marvel section. Okay, there's those. What are these? Guardian's Shield. Deathlock. Okay, those can just be pushed over. All right, I think this box is going to be helpful. So this says we've got Nonstop Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, Gang War, Daredevil, Captain America, Fantastic Four, Immortal Thor. This is the box I thought I was in. So where's the Immortal Thors? Okay. Captain America 0. 750. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Empire. Okay, what do we have over here? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all Sam Wilson Captain Americas until we get to here, which is 12. Which 9, 11, 10. Perfect. 14. Okay, these go here. And then these will go here. Good. Black Panther. Blade. Where did those blades go? There. Put those here. There's the Immortal Thors. This is number 1. That's number 1. What the heck? Legacy 762. Oh, this one's a annual. That one's a giant size. This one's a number 11. Okay, so we've got 11, 5, 10, 11. Perfect. I'll put the annuals in behind that. The giant size behind that. Booyah! Okay. So that's Immortal Thors. I really like the covers for these Fantastic Fours. I have not read them, but the covers make me want to read them. Okay. All right. That's everything there. So now I could probably take out the Daredevils, depending on which one's got more. That's a pretty big chunk of Daredevil in here. We've got Spider-Man, the Avengers, Did you hear that? Okay, how much Daredevil do we have here? I think it'll fit. Especially when we take out Spider-Man type stuff, if we take that out. Okay. There's Daredevil. Daredevil and Echo. Black armor. So that one looks cool too, just based off the cover. Pretty sure I have that figure, I just haven't actually opened it yet. All right, Daredevil number 9. So we have a giant size. Daredevil 8. These are some thick books. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 23. Okay. So these all go here. Now we've got A Woman Without Fear. Daredevil Unleash Hell. We've got a girl version of Muse. Interesting. 4 and 5. Okay. So there's our Daredevil books. Do we have Spider-Man in here? We do, don't we? Yeah. Black Cat. All right, one of these. I feel like Iron Cat should be over here if it's not already. Voices, Thunderbolts, Get Fury, Get Fury. I feel like we could add Get Fury to the other. Okay, we're doing good. Let's see what we got. Okay. I'm looking for Iron Cat. Again, don't know why Black Cat has a Hulkbuster armor, but I'd read that. Ghost Spider. Hey, is that the new action figure? Oh yeah, he's got the chains and everything. Look at that. Spider-Man with chains. All right. Continue. Spider-Woman. Miles Morales. I don't know if he's selling this box exactly. Maybe I shouldn't have sorted out the other things. Well, I'll have to let him know. I am not seeing Iron Cat, so Iron Cat's going back here. We've got Nonstop Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, Spider-Punk. Okay, let's take those out. Those are going to get added to this box. But what do you think the weight capacity is on this table? Because I'm a little worried. Slide it up. Whoa. Watching X-Men on the TV over there. Animation on Charles's vision was a little weak. Bet if I had the sound on right now, he'd be screaming. Ah! Jordan does that pretty good. Interesting. All right. Deadpool's. We are looking for more like Spider-Verse type stuff. Spectacular Spider-Man. Do I have any Spectacular Spider-Mans in here? Got Nonstop Spider-Man. That's these. I've got regular Spider-Man. Amazing Fantasy. Edge of Spider-Verse. Oh, there's Spectacular Spider-Man right there. Perfect. Although that's that's Spectacular Spider-Men. Confusing. Okay. This is Spider-Man. What is this? Spider-Man. That's one. Nonstop Spider-Man. There's way too many names for these things. Spectacular Spider-Man. Spectacular Spider-Man. So that's 2, 4 forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8. Amazing Spider-Man. Do we have that? Spider-Man, 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 Spider-Man. Okay, so through those. Okay, then we've got Web of Spider-Man. If you thought Marvel Legends did a lot of Spider-Man, you ain't seen nothing. We have Spider-Punk in here? We do. Pretty sure that's different Spider-Punks, though, because we've got 2 number 1s. So we got this one. This is Spider-Punk. Yeah. Arms Race. Pretty fun art on the cover. And you've got regular Spider-Punk. Those will be together. Then you've got Miles Morales Spider-Man, but I don't think we've got any of that in here. Yeah, this is all Edge of Spider-Verse. Edge of Spider-Verse there. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Spider-Boy. Okay, so we've got a variant of number 4. That's Spider-Woman, Edge of Spider-Verse. And Edge of Spider-Verse, Cyborg Spider-Man, and Star Spider. Whoa, so many kinds of spiders. All right, so there's your Spider-Boy. There's Cyborg Spider-Man. And there's, what did I say, Spider-Star. Haven't had that as an action figure yet, so get ready. Okay, so we're gonna put this here. We're gonna go Edge of Spider-Verse. Before that, there you go, Spider-Man and Amazing Fantasy. Before Spider-Punk. And then Non-Stop Spider-Man after that. I think that's all the Spider-Man books. This is all Daredevil now. This is Captain Marvel. No Spider-Man there. Okay. Okay, we should probably take something off the table here. What is this in this? It's Captain America, Fantastic Four. This all seems like older stuff, though. Yeah, this is more your, like, classic Thor, Iron Man. So you got Silver Sentry Iron Man. Grab a Thor. Ooh, we got a fun Nightcrawler. Swashbuckling Nightcrawler there. That's a mini-series of 4? Yeah. Fallen Angels. I just read a Fallen Angels from Krakoa. So that's your New Mutants. Got X-Terminators. Haven't heard of that, but an X title. Got Thor, the Mighty Thor. Very classic, kind of my mind's eye of what Thor would look like. Heroes Reborn. I thought he'd given me all these comics. This is, yeah, Heroes Reborn, The Return. Part 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got some very 90s looking Avengers. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. All right. That is my favorite cover. Yeah, I'd probably say that's my favorite cover of any comic book ever, is this Avengers. And then what you'll hear me talk about on the podcast all the time is when this happens, they all get turned into knights, medieval type of stuff. That is peak Avengers to me. And then a action figure I'd like to get is this powered up Wonder Man. That's the good stuff right there, folks. That's what I think of when I'm thinking of Avengers. So maybe you'll get lucky and we'll sell this box. Maybe I'll pull those Avengers out and keep them for myself. Got some Fantastic Four in there too. Okay, this is not really helping me organize that box that I was organizing, but this is how it goes. You get distracted, you look at books. Okay, so nothing in there was helpful. That's going back on the wall here, but that was the Avengers box that I was looking for because I love those books. So we cleared that off. We're going to be doing Spider Family, so let's move this over here. And then bring up the Spider Family. Sorry, I'm probably only going to stream for a little bit longer. So if you've got questions, you want to talk about something, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably cut us off. Oh yeah, laptop's about to die. So you probably got like maybe a little more than 5 minutes left. And then we'll cut it off. All right. A lot of Amazing Spider-Man. It's just a solid box of Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man India. Okay, so this is getting into other ones. Spider-Woman. Is that? Okay, definitely have the other Spider-Woman is in here. Yeah. Okay, so that's... Okay, so never mind. Different type of Spider-Woman comics. What was that? 10. Legacy 104. Do these have legacies on them? No. It would be nice. That's helpful. Okay, well, Spider-Woman. Oh, we're starting over again. Okay, Spider-Woman 28. So there's 6 and 7. What do I have in here? I've got 5, 6, 7, and then I've got 8, 9, and 10. Those are going over. Red Goblin. Kind of a cool cover. Happy Holidays, Dakota. Pass it down, Jordan, please. I will pass it along to Jordan. And Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year to you too. Thanks for stopping by for this kind of random live stream. Hallows Eve. Oh, Savage Spider-Man. What do you know about that Man Spider? Made to order. Have you watched it? It's on the channel. Mary Jane and Black Cat. Didn't we have that over on the other side? I'm pretty sure we did. Does Mary Jane's watch do something? Because the way she's holding that, like she's going to do something other than just show them the time. Crazy. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure I had a Mary Jane, Black Cat. Okay, it was Jackpot and Black Cat. Do we have a Mary Jane and Black Cat? Mary Cat? No. Okay. All right, so I feel like this is mostly sorted though. What's our Amazing Spider-Mans here? Got a bunch of Deadpools in the front here. Okay, Spectacular Spider-Man I'm looking for. Amazing. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Annual 48. Okay, so that's still confusing because it starts over. Gosh, beats me, man. All right, getting a low battery warning. I'm going to call it there. Thanks for joining, everybody. Like I said, next week, probably Monday or Tuesday, we're going to be doing a sale, probably $25 a box starting bid. Most of them are probably going to be $50 buy now. Again, if there's some key issues in there, something important, maybe it'll be a little bit more, but you should be able to get yourself comics for way under $1 a book. Like I said, there should be like 100 to 150 books in all of these. Let me check that Spawn box because that was pretty packed. So that was 100 and so that's almost 200 books per box if it's filled up. Even those are bag and boarded. So if it's not bag and boarded, you're going to get even more. So like closer to 250, I would say, books per box. And like I said, for $50, that's a steal, I would think, even with the shipping. Stick around next week. We're going to do a live stream selling off books. Got a lot of boxes to go, so bring me your Christmas money. Make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. And until next time, stay strong.